Let me ask you something. What if the universe isn't silent because no one is out there, but because everyone is hiding? Think about that for a few seconds. We've been searching the stars for decades, listening, sending signals, broadcasting our location, like we're standing in the middle of a dark forest, shouting, "Hello, is anyone there?" But what if that's the most dangerous thing we could do? There's a theory called the dark forest theory, and once you understand it, the universe never feels the same again. Imagine a dark forest at night. You're alone. You don't know who else is out there. You don't know their intentions. You don't know how advanced they are. In that forest, making noise isn't comforting. It's a risk. Because if something hears you, you don't get a warning. You don't get a conversation. You don't get a chance to explain. You just disappear. Now take that idea and scale it up to the universe. Every civilization is like a hunter in that forest. Resources are limited. Survival is everything. And intentions are impossible to verify. If another civilization detects you, there are only two possibilities. They're weaker than you, or stronger than you. If they're weaker, they might grow stronger one day and become a threat. If they're stronger, you're already in danger. Either way, the safest move isn't communication. It's silence. Or worse, elimination. That's the terrifying logic behind the dark forest theory. It suggests that advanced civilizations don't announce themselves. They don't send friendly messages. They don't explore openly. They stay quiet. They hide. And if they detect another civilization broadcasting its existence, they strike first. Not out of hatred, not out of evil, but out of survival. And suddenly, the question, "Where's everyone?" gets a disturbing answer. They're hiding. Or they're already gone. Now here's where it gets uncomfortable. Humans have been doing the exact opposite of hiding. We've been sending radio signals into space for over 100 years. Our TV broadcasts, our radar, our communications. We've literally been leaking our presence into the cosmos. And more recently, we've started sending deliberate messages, coordinates, information about our biology, our location, basically saying, "This is who we are. This is where we live." In a dark forest, that's not curiosity. That's recklessness. You might be thinking, but space is huge. The chances are tiny. And you're right. The universe is unimaginably large. But time is also unimaginably long. If a civilization is millions of years older than us, distance doesn't mean safety. Patience becomes a weapon. And here's the scariest part. If the dark forest theory is true, then any civilization that survives long enough learns one brutal rule. Never reveal yourself. The ones that talk too early don't last, which could mean that the reason we don't hear alien signals isn't because life is rare, but because silence is the only winning strategy. Now let's go even deeper. Think about how humans behave on Earth. When a powerful civilization encounters a weaker one, history isn't kind. Even with good intentions, the outcome is often destruction, exploitation, or extinction. And that's between members of the same species, on the same planet, with shared biology and psychology. Now imagine encountering something truly alien. Different needs, different logic, different values. Would you gamble your entire species on the hope that they're friendly? Or would you remove the uncertainty? From a cold, rational perspective, the dark forest theory isn't paranoid. It's logical. And that's what makes it so unsettling. Because it doesn't require aliens to be monsters. It only requires them to be rational. But here's the twist most people miss. If this theory is correct, then the most dangerous moment in a civilization's history isn't when it develops weapons. It's when it starts broadcasting. When it becomes visible. When it lights a match in the dark forest. And that raises a question we almost never ask. What if Earth has already been noticed? Not invaded. Not attacked. Just marked. Waiting doesn't mean watching closely. It can mean patience, long-term strategy, time scales we don't think in. A civilization millions of years ahead of us wouldn't rush. It wouldn't panic. It wouldn't even see us as urgent. We'd be like a spark that might become a fire someday. And in a dark forest, you don't wait for the fire to spread. Now, before this turns into pure fear, there's something important to say. The dark forest theory is still just a theory. One explanation among many. The universe could be full of life, that's simply too far away, or using communication methods we don't understand, or not interested in us at all. But the reason this idea hits so hard is because it forces us to confront something uncomfortable about ourselves. It shows us how fear, uncertainty, and survival shape intelligence. Not just alien intelligence, human intelligence. It asks a deeper question. Is cooperation the natural outcome of intelligence? Or is caution? Is the universe a place of shared curiosity? Or silent competition? And maybe the most important question of all, if we ever do hear a signal from the stars, will it be a greeting or a mistake? Because in a true dark forest, the first sound you hear might be the last. This isn't just a story about aliens. It's a mirror about how we think, how we survive, and how much risk we're willing to take just to not feel alone. This isn't just something you watch. It's something you sit with. It's Futureparadox.
So keep watching Future Paradox. Subscribe for more paradoxes.